Welcome to Chris Plays. Today we're going to play some Sailwind. I haven't played it in a while. They've added some new stuff to it. We're going to do a little quick mission. I'll show you basically the gist of how to play it and decide if it's right for you. If you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments. I can, do more games in this session. But we're going to start in Alonk. It's the beginning area. It's easy. Weather's easy. Everything, navigation, everything is easy. You can see all the islands in the distance. Helps with navigating. You don't need any of your advanced navigation equipment or techniques. It is early access, but it's got a lot in it. Well worth it if you like selling. It does require you to sail using very good pseudo wind physics. You don't get in a hurry in this game, which is nice. It's very relaxing. Here's your, let's pause and read through these, but this is your starting scroll. Tells you how to control your boat, how to sail, and how to S-A-L-E sail. Drop that. You have 3 bars: your rest, your stamina, your water, and your food. This cup allows you to get water from here in the water barrel, which you have to buy these water barrels. They're cheaper over in Gold Rock, the big island you see in the distance out here, Gold Rock City. So be careful with this water until you get to that point. Get you a compass. Stick it in your hotbar by clicking one of these. Pull up your compass. Lantern, uses lantern fuel. Same way, you get that from Gold Rock. It's cheapest there. So ration that as well. We got a map, and we'll stick that to the side pole once we leave here because it kind of bugs at the dock. I'll show you that. Let's go load up. The gameplay loop is you come to these trading posts and you get items that you then take to the other islands and sell to make money, to buy better equipment, to buy better boats. Once you get enough money, you can hire this guy. He'll help you load your cargo. It's very handy later on. You get reputation up. You can start actually using your own money to buy trade goods and seeing what's buying and selling at different locations. I don't have enough reputation right now. So all I can do is take missions. We're currently in El Neverden. Alneen is a good trip to start with. It's just straight up from where we are here, straight north. Accept that. Lamb and spices. He's going to dump it out here in a big pile. And we're going to load it one piece at a time. I'll load this first one and then I'll speed it up. Physics, like I said, is in play. You need to be very careful how you store things. As you can see, if you put things more to one side or the other, it will tilt your boat. It'll allow waves to crash in, which can sink you during the storm, and makes controlling your vessel harder. If you have too much weight to the front or too much weight to the back. And be careful when you're sprinting back and forth to pick up barrels. As you can see, sprinting reduces your water. And like I said early on, you don't have a lot of water. So sometimes it's easier to do the regular jog back and forth. Okay, once everything is loaded, we can check. Let's get a little bit of water. Your food is up here in this thing. Make sure you're opening the right one, because if you break open one of your deliverable chests, you'll lose the value of it. Sometimes you can just move this back here too. Makes it harder to access your hammock, but okay. Now, like I say, it's a sailing game. You have to use the wind. As you can see by our pennants, you have one here and then one at the top. The wind is coming from behind, back that way. Typically in this archipelago, the starting one, it does go from the west to the east. So, another thing when you're putting your cargo in, you gotta make sure you don't block your points you need. This lowers your sail, W drops your sail down. And we're not going anywhere right now because we're still tied off to the dock. Go up here and grab this. Grab back. And now we're loose. This will allow us to change the angle of our sail. Catch the wind. We know we're heading north from here. So let's get ahead north. Just like Sea of Thieves, the tall spoke is the center point of your rudder. So let's get her centered. Alright, now you can hit C to get an exploded view, a far out view of your ship. You can use it when you're holding onto a point. If you're holding onto it by hitting F, you can adjust in real time. We actually need to be more this way. And let go. Same with the steering wheel. If you're holding on the steering wheel when you're up here, you can steer the boat, as you can see. Here's a good point. Most of the time, here's a good pro tip for you. I had the same problem, and a lot of people seem to have the same problem. They get in too much of a hurry with this game. There's no requirement to make it from that port to this port in one day. As you can see, I'm about to have a mandatory sleep. So I know I'm headed towards it. I've lost sight of it because it got dark on me. I'm about to pass out. So I reached a point. I know I'm very close to this island. I'm not going to drift much. I've dropped my sail. These things don't have to be delivered for another 2 days. I'm half a day's journey from where I need to be. Why push it? Why risk going to sleep while I'm traveling and going past the island, having to tap back into the wind or getting lost in the dark? It's dawn. That is awesome. Alright, that's Neverland. This is Isle of Clear Mines here. I got a clear mine. There's my base I'm headed to right over there. Let's do a quick check of the wind. Wind's perfect. Let's drop our sail and go. By waiting until deep dark to sleep, it allows you to bypass a lot of the nighttime. Alright, let me get out here and give this thing a push. And this is my cargo, good cargo storage is needed to keep when you get a storm like this, or if you get really strong winds, don't worry about being blown over, capsizing and losing all your cargo. Oh, it looks like the storm is just going to follow us right over this island. I'm going to try to get around this backside and tack into port. plus side, it's definitely increased our speed. I'm going to give you another pro tip. Pro tip is bleed your speed before you need to bleed your speed. Don't wait till the last minute. Lower your sail. Otherwise you're rolling in here at 10 knots trying to Alright, now we just gotta grab this. You know, what works, works. She's tied off, that's all that matters. To unload it, all you do is bring it up here to the entrance of the next merchant, and it automatically gives you credit for it. And get this stuff unloaded. And there you go. We see we made 93 coins. Back here, most towns, there's, things that I'm about to pass out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this rest until morning. It costs me 16 coins. If you pass out, I could have just passed out, woke up, would have saved me 16 coins, but just showing that there's a place to sleep in basically every town if you can find it. It completely resets all your buffs. I think it might even give you a bonus buff, I don't know. But it costs coins, 16 coins. It's worth it once you become richer than the poor man I am right now. But there's also a merchant in here that will sell you bottles of water. Now these bottles of water, you can put them in your hot bar, and you can also refill them in your water bucket. So, well worth it. Same with these fresh dates and the cheese and the coconut wine. It's just basically, some foods last longer. The better the food, the slower it makes your bar go down, I think. The more it gives you and the slower your bar will go down. I think the same with the in-sleep. I think it's more restorative than passing out or sleeping in your hammock. But that's the game loop. You trade, make money. Halt is to run back and forth between Neverden and Alanin. Like I said, it's just back and forth, and you can rest on that center island till you get enough money to jump over to Gold Rock and then start trading some of the other And that's where I'll leave y'all. He's dumped all my stuff out here. It's just 3 boxes and a bundle of mail. So I will see you next time. Hope you've enjoyed this game of Sailwinds.